Straight talk. It gives the people a voice. Empowers you with a choice. She gives you straight talk, no chaser. Straight talk with no chaser. Straight talk, chaser. Straight talk with no chaser. She provides a platform of growth and gives the dying people hope. She gives you straight talk, no chaser. Straight talk with no chaser. Straight talk with no chaser. Straight talk with no chaser.
Welcome to the Straight No Chaser Show on intellectualradio.com and iHeartRadio station. This is your host, Rhea Ray Harris, and I'm so grateful to be with everyone this evening. Tonight, my guest is not just a quote-unquote, as we always say, Facebook friend, but I feel like she's actually a real friend of mine. She's an entrepreneur, a professional businesswoman of multiple talents. This is Ms. Alice Boswell. How are you this evening?
Oh, hello, Rhea.
Yes, hello.
Hello.
We always start off with a little background because for the local viewers, Chicago people like to know where you're from for some reason, and they really get into the where she go to school thing.
Oh.
So where are you from? Where'd you go to school?
I am from Chicago, raised on the west side, and about 10 years old, we moved to the south side, went to Curtis Elementary School, went to Julian High School and Finger, and over to Olive Harvey College.
All right, now see the Julian Finger thing. You have to explain that they didn't usually mix so well back in the day.
Oh, they didn't mix so well. You just have to go, and since I didn't go, I ended up at Finger.
Got it.
Right.
Now, we're going to talk about a few things tonight, but I want to start with, when did you get that entrepreneurship feeling?
Always. I think even from a young age, always trying something, never been afraid to try anything and get out there and just do it. So always from a very young age.
Are you from a family of entrepreneurs, or is this something that's in you?
It's something that is in me. So I'm not from a family of entrepreneurs. So my mom, she stayed home and raised us. She didn't even go to work until I think I was out of high school. So yeah, and then my father, he always worked, and their thing was to always just go to work, find a job. That was it. So it was in me. It's always been in me. I've been a different child.
Now, you have siblings, yes?
I do. I have 3 sisters and 2 brothers.
And are any of them entrepreneurs?
My baby sister, Tiana, she is so much like me. She is willing to get out there and try stuff. You know, my brother, I think he kind of is, but he works more into the church. He's a minister. Other than that, it's just the 3 of us.
All right. What was your first venture? Your first, I'm going to try to see if this business works for me.
Marketing. So as I got older, I started with network marketing first, and that would be prepaid legal. That was the first thing.
That company is still around.
That company is still around. Yeah.
I never quite understood, I guess from where I was coming in my other career, what it was supposed to do. I mean, I got it, but I didn't get it. I'm like, how many people are really buying into this? But it appears to have been successful because, like I said, it still is in existence.
It's still in existence. Prepaid legal is just basically like insurance. Right? You pay for insurance, you pay for your car insurance. This is insurance that if you happen to get pulled over, get your license taken, go to jail, you have some lawyers there to help you out.
Not to go to jail. Oh my goodness.
Go to jail.
We're trying to work to just not have that situation happen.
Right.
What was your first successful independent venture?
My I would say that would probably be Just Me magazine, and which I didn't start that till later down the line. And I have tried a whole lot of other business ventures, network marketing being a majority of it. But when I did Just Me magazine, that just really took off for me.
After you did the prepaid legal and you did other ventures, give us some examples of some of the other companies you checked out?
Amway. Um, let me see. Amway, the any makeup company. So Avon,
Mary Kay.
Mary,
What made you go from
and even one now, World Ventures now.
World Ventures? So
Yes.
you still deal with network marketing
Yeah.
on one hand and your
Hmm.
own independent entrepreneurship on the other hand.
Yeah. So I'm still doing with World Ventures, which I just signed up with them like earlier this year, but I have not had the time to actually get out there and work it. So I just keep it for the trips because they really do have some great trips in there.
For those people that don't know what World Ventures is, I know
Yeah.
because it's the blue sign. You should be here.
Yeah, you should be here. That's right.
What is the World Ventures venture?
World Ventures is a vacation discount, I guess you would call it.
So it's a vacation club.
It's a vacation club. So you can go to all these fantastic places at a really great price. Like head Canada. I want to go over to Canada and get a chance to do it. Canada, 3 days, 3 nights at a 5-star hotel, which is the Westin, beautiful up there. You get to go over to Niagara Falls and you do wine tasting for 3 days, 4 nights, and come home. I mean, 4 nights, 3 days.
Okay.
3 days, 4 days, 3 nights. That's right.
Okay.
Yeah.
Now with Just Me magazine,
Mhm.
what was the impetus for you to even start that?
Well, it is started in August of 2000. I went live August 2012. But before then, I always wanted to help small business. It started as a hobby, and it was to help people who has a small business, entrepreneurs, actors, dancers, whomever, community leader, have a voice out there. But advertising costs so much for them. You just can't advertise. Anyways, I said, what if I just start a magazine and they can just send me their stuff and I'll post it and we get a lot of people to like it. And that's how it started. So I did that August. By January of 2013, I had over 10,000 people that had visited the magazine. And then later down the line, I have more. So like now we have over 170,000. I decided to turn it into a business, officially turn it into a business. So getting advertisers and sponsorships.
And your subscription base is national, international?
International. Well, it's national right now. So I'm trying to start to go out. I have a few people that's looking at it from Canada and over in Paris, that United Kingdom.
Monthly?
Monthly is it's no subscription based right now because it's free. So with me changing up the website, it's going to be subscription based. So I can start bringing money into the magazine so I can make it grow bigger and bigger.
And with the people that are utilizing Just Me magazine for their personal promotion,
Hmm.
you're looking at articles about them, promoting their
Talent,
information, their talent.
business.
Okay. And because we're going to do this step by step, for
Yeah.
someone who's interested in getting a subscription, how do they do that?
Well, you just go to justmemagazine.com, and at the top right there it says put in your email address, and then you'll get a subscription that way, right? So it's just a newsletter that'll come out and let you know when a new issue comes out every month, free of charge. It's no cost for it. So, and I really want to keep it that way.
For someone who's interested in having their talent or their business promoted in the magazine, what do they do?
If you want to be featured in Just Me Magazine, you'll send an email to feature me at Just Me Magazine, and you'll send me your article because I don't write any articles. So you'll write your own article because it's more personal if it comes from you anyway. And you send me your pictures and videos. If there's anything else that I need, I'll let you know. And that's all I need right there. And then I determine who, by the submissions that I get each month, I determine who goes on the cover of the magazine.
And what flows in the magazine?
What flows in the magazine, absolutely.
Is there a cost for those that want to have their information published?
Nope, I do this all free of charge. I was asking for donations, but nobody really was giving any. So I just said, I'm still going to do it free of charge. You send me the information, and then I'll sort through it because it helps me as well as helps them.
Okay. Now, you also have another company.
Yeah.
Tell a little bit about the entertainment company.
Um, Chicago Girlfriends, the CGF Entertainment, is the radio show which we are heard right here on intellectualradio.com. So we are actually surprisingly getting a little buzz out there about the show. So, and it's a bunch of ladies from Chicago. We talk about things that's happening now here in the city of Chicago and all over the world. And we have guests as well.
And it's from a woman's perspective?
It's one here from a woman's perspective,
Well,
yes.
wait, a Chicago
Chicago
woman's
woman's
perspective.
right.
Which may not be everyone's.
That's right. That's
All
right.
right. And what day and time do you air?
Monday.
No, you hear me
Yeah,
on Monday.
I am so confused. It's Tuesdays from 9 to 11, so we have a 2-hour show.
And that's Central Standard Time for everyone
Central
that knows
Time.
where we are.
Yeah.
And what made you get into that? That's a whole different thing from the magazine.
It is. When I did the magazine, I wanted to actually do something. Now, this is how I started. I did the magazine, and then I got so into the entertainment, I wanted to do something for women. Basically, women who's out here over the age of 40, because I'm over 40. I'm 50, but
All right.
that's over the age of 40 who's out here doing something, and it just let them know it's never too late to start over, right? Don't be afraid. You just got to get out there and do it. So it came as a reality show, but reality shows cost so much. I got it.
We're going to come back to the reality show.
But that's how it started. So it started with the reality show, the idea of a reality show. I got it marked up, sent in to the WGA, which is the Writer Guild of America, and I put it on the side because it costs a lot of money to get a reality show kicked off. So that's how the radio show came out, and we started on Blog Talk Radio.
When did you start on Blog Talk?
We started on Blog Talk that October of 2012.
Okay.
Yeah.
And then you came to Intellectual Radio when?
2013 last year. I'm sorry. No, we did not. Last year. We came.
I'm going to say Earl?
Yeah. Yeah. We've been here now for a year since the 2015.
Okay.
So we did the Blog Talk Radio first. And then we found Earl and I loved him. So we decided to come here.
Whatever. So let's go back to the reality show concept. Mm-hmm. When you even think of, because it takes a certain person to think of reality show level, because that's not something that everyone can pull off. Why did that even become a consideration for you?
Because I had friends that was out here doing things, and I knew women that was out there doing things, but they're not getting the recognition. Then they're looking at the TV and they seeing all these other reality shows of women that's actually made up all the time. To me, that's not a reality show because we're not made up all the time. We don't have makeup on. You liable to see me come out without my wig. We'll laugh about that. It's the truth. I have natural hair, so you'll see my natural hair. It's the truth. You don't see women out here all day long with makeup from day to dawn. No, we out here struggling. We hustling. We doing our thing. That's where it came from.
Now, you said that there was a cost concern.
Yes.
And I think a lot of people assume when you're doing radio and TV that you're just flowing in the money. But when you are the show's producer, you're looking at the expense of it.
Yes.
So as the producer of that idea, approximately what was the expense that you were looking at to even get it launched?
To even get it launched, just to get some cameras to follow the ladies, we're talking about over $500,000.
Okay, that stopped me briefly.
Cost that I came up with. So
how many ladies are we following? 20?
No, well, you have to realize you have to pay people to follow them all day long, and you have to have cameras in certain spots. Then you go to locations, and you have to put cameras up there. You have to put cameras into their home. Then you got to get somebody to edit all of that.
Okay,
it's cost.
And you were looking at how many women real seriously?
Basically, I was just looking at my friends. So we were talking about 4 or 5 women.
Okay.
Yeah.
Now, no, we're going to go take a break.
Okay.
And when we come back, we're going to have the money moment. And then we're going to talk about something that you had promoted earlier this year that I was going to support, but it did not quite turn out the way we thought.
Of course.
So we're going to take a break, and when we come back on the Straight No Chaser show on Intellectual Radio, we're going to have our money moment by H. Cortez, and then we're going to talk about integrity in the game.
Okay.
health mentor to the working class. And tonight's Money Moments, we're going to be talking about the belief that you need to have and some of the mindset shifts that you need to make if you're going to build generational wealth for you and your family. So let's get into it, right? So understand this. We talked about the 5-step formula for building wealth on this show before. We talked about you have to first decide to be wealthy. You have to define what wealth means to you. You have to draw out a plan to get you there. You have to be disciplined to execute that plan. And then you have to disassociate yourself from people who will not help you reach your goals or support you in trying to reach your goals yourself. But as you're doing the steps that it's going to take for you to build that generational wealth, I want you to consider these things that you have to have in your back pocket, or you have to know that you're going to need as you move through the challenges that you face to meet your goal. Number one, you're going to have to be persistent if you're going to manifest this goal of building wealth. Consistent daily action towards the execution of that plan is going to be key. You're going to have to understand that perseverance is going to need to become your middle name, because we haven't been taught how to build wealth. So as you're learning to do that, you're going to run into roadblock after roadblock, challenge after challenge. So you're going to have to persevere and push through those challenges to hit your goal. And again, because this is something we haven't been taught, I want you to exercise patience. Be patient with to be able to do this thing overnight. You didn't get to where you are financially overnight, and you're not going to change that overnight. And then you're going to have to give yourself permission to fail. Again, we haven't been taught this stuff, so as you're trying different strategies, you're going to bump your head, you're going to stumble, you're going to fall, but you give yourself permission to fail, but persevere and get up and keep moving. And then the last thing is you just have to make sure that you procrastinate. Guys, do not procrastinate. Success loves speed. So don't draw out a plan and then not take action. Like this: ready, fire, aim. You're ready, take some action, then you go back and course correct. Then you go back and aim that direction of those actions. So I'm your main man, H. Cortez. You're checking out the Straight Note with my girl, Rhea Ray, your host. If you want your own financial education and you want to partner with me, go to www.financialhealthmentor.com, put in your best email address, and I will get you the information that you need on that program. So until I talk to you next week, I want you to get your money up, because you absolutely can do it. Peace.
And that was H. Cortez, the financial mentor to the class on the Straight No Chaser show. And I'm hoping, if things work well, because people don't know, but H. Cortez doesn't live here. He lives in St. Louis. So I'm hoping that if all things work well, that he will actually be an in-studio guest on the Straight No Chaser show next month. So that's really exciting to me. Now, while we were on the break, we have to change, we have to provide a little more information. Now, when you were on Blog Talk, about how many listeners did you have on average?
On average, we got up to like 1,600.
Okay. And why did you leave Blog Talk and come to Intellectual Radio?
As I wanted a larger platform. This platform here at Intellectual Radio gave me that. So, and more contact and more personal time. The girls was and I really hard there trying to control them, and we're in different spots. So this gave me the platform to need perfect platform right here.
So it also increased your level of professionalism, you would say?
Absolutely.
Absolutely. So that is part of why we are on Intellectual Radio.
Yeah,
besides just loving Earl.
Well, nobody like Earl.
But it did give you a more sophisticated platform.
It did.
Now, what I said before we took a break was that we were going to have a conversation about something that I was really amped up about.
Okay.
Earlier this year, you had done some work for me because this was, I don't know if you are considering this a business or something else, but you had done some short videos for me for some of my businesses.
Yes.
And so then you had put out that you were going to be a part of what I called a miniseries docudrama. You know, in my head, I was like, this is huge. This is going to be like Power, and, you know, not the format of Power, but, you know, it was going to get that large.
Right.
And you invited me to a red carpet event. And then before it came up, you told me, you know, don't come because something had changed. I want to talk about this for a couple of reasons. One, because people don't understand sometimes that the industry is not always kind.
Not at all.
And there are people who operate without integrity. Now, that's not her saying that, that's me saying that. So, can you explain a little bit about what you're going to do and what happened?
Okay. We talked earlier about the Chicago Girlfriends. I ran into a production company. Um, they decided to pick up the show, and I was so excited about it.
So they were going to pick up your reality show.
The reality show. They was going to pick up the reality show. They did a casting call. They were going to do everything, and it was very understood at the time. The reason that I didn't do it because they asked, why didn't I do it? Because I don't have the money, and I don't have any means for the money. So I just got to copyright it, and that was it. So I put it to the side until I'm able to get somebody to pick it up. They were going to pick it up. So this company comes in, they do the casting call, they picked all the ladies, including myself. Control, at least I thought. Um,
And they were going to pay for the cameras and the editing and all that, because that's what
everything.
you were in need of.
Everything, yeah, pretty much. I still gave a little money out of my pocket on some of the things, but that was the arrangements that we made. As we go down the line, I go to New York in April, which we starting to go every year to event out there. It looked like at that point something happened and it fell apart, or it started to fall apart when I went to New York.
It being what?
It being me and a production company was not starting not to see eye to eye, and then things didn't seem right anymore. We had a venue for a launch party. It didn't come to pass. The lady was saying, or the production company said, that it was because she didn't like their attitude over at this particular hotel, so she moved it to another hotel. Then at that hotel, there was something going on with that hotel as well, so it got canceled again, and then it got moved again. But in this time, when we went to New York, we took some pictures there, and in one of the pictures wasn't bad. I was laying in bed, fully clothed, and one of the young ladies took a picture of me. And then one of the other young ladies that was in the show, Jazzy, she actually did a video and she cursed on it, and she posted. It wasn't anything that I thought was bad, or degrading or
Anything that would negatively impact the show.
absolutely. So she called. Now
She
I
being the
manage
producer.
the production company. She called me during the time. I also manage T Bizzle. She's a comedian. I got her this spot in New York because I knew we was going to be there to do a gig. So I'm trying to deal with that, and this woman calls me and she's screaming and hollering. I mean, literally starts screaming and hollering at me about what we put on Facebook, which for one I didn't see that's bad. Okay, but she's the production company, so maybe she knows better because I don't know about the entertainment like that. All right. So we get everything calmed down. Then she calls a meeting the next day and says no more putting it on Facebook, da 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 da. But by this time, everything is starting to break down because now I'm starting to see what is going on here. So she says we're going to change the name of the show. So now the show is no longer called Chicago Girlfriends. I think she said she wanted to call it at the time Sophisticated Ladies, and I told her I didn't like that name. So, but if that's what you want to do, but I don't like the name. She said, well, I need to pull it away from Chicago Girlfriend. This is her reason She need to pull it away from Chicago Girlfriends because I have branded Chicago Girlfriends. So anytime, and this is what threw me off, which made me think more. She said, well, anytime somebody see or hear Chicago Girlfriends, all they think about is Just Me Magazine and Alice Boswell because you the one that did that. Yeah, I did do that. So she said, when you look it up on the internet, all we see is Alice Boswell, Just Me Magazine, Chicago Girlfriend. But I branded it, so that would be true. So, so anyways, I think in the end, Rhea, she didn't want me a part of it.
She liked the idea. She just did not want to deal with the person that
Absolutely
created the idea.
That's right. So, so towards the end, and towards the end, we didn't. We were supposed to have this launch party. She got into it with another friend of mine about some tickets, because again, the last event or the last venue that she hadn't paid for. So people are constantly buying tickets, but there was no place to go. And someone called her on it. They got into an argument. She unfriended me. She on Facebook. I haven't spoke to her since New York. Basically, I take that back. I talked to her when we got back, but then things starting. It's not going well for us at all. You can tell.
And on a business level, she unfriended you.
Oh, immediately
After having
an argument with someone else,
and proceeded to do what in regards to the show?
Proceeded to do the show the way she wanted to do the show and said that we were trying to defame her or her company and her name. But we had like a lot of people that bought tickets. So now I was really concerned, not about me, but about these people who bought tickets, and they only bought tickets to support me.
And they had to tell their banks, because most of them bought them with debit or credit cards.
The ones that bought them with debit or credit cards, I told them, I said, you're gonna have, if she's not giving your money back, you're gonna have to go to the bank and tell your bank. So
and file a fraud complaint.
And then they got their money back. That's how some of them got their money. But from my understanding, I know Jazzy said a lot of her people did not get their money back.
So is the new show, I guess, the show that she envisioned progress?
It is in progress. From my I'm not going to say from my knowledge, from my understanding. I saw some photos of them filming. They took photos, still photos of them filming. So yeah, it's called Ladies of Chicago, I believe.
Now, since you are still the proprietor of Chicago Girlfriends,
she can't use that. So
no.
Yeah.
But in the future, do you still intend to create that show and take it through production?
Eventually, yeah, I would love to. Right now, what I'm doing is I'm doing a YouTube series called Pieces of Alice. So it's the same concept as Chicago Girlfriends. It's just focusing around me and then the ladies that are around me. So it could be you, it could be her, it could be anybody. It could be a man. If you send me a 1 to 3 minute video saying what you've been doing and your struggles, I will include it at the end of my show.
Girl, you know my struggles. So after that experience, how you feel as far as you're working within the industry? When you look at the industry overall,
it's trust issues there. So I have to be more careful. I need to, I have people that I can go and talk to, and I talked to one person, and right before this happened, and I asked, what do you think I should do? They're like, well, if you feel bad about it or you feel something wrong about it, you need to walk away and do something else. So, and he told me that, and I didn't do it at that time. If I had did it at that time, probably wouldn't have.
Things have turned out a little.
It probably would turn
hectic.
out different, So when somebody gives you advice, and I consider this person as a really nice person, great person, and I respect them very much, and I just didn't listen. I wish I had, because it would have caused less trouble, right? So
now, when we're looking at Alice today and her brands, they all fall under you, but there are multiple things that you do.
Yes.
What is it that you're doing? You're doing promotion.
Promotion.
Because you have an artist, a comedian
T Bizzle, yes.
that you promote. You also assist others in their promotion.
Yes.
The Just Me magazine,
Yes, my baby.
the Chicago Girlfriends on intellectualradio.com, an iHeart radio station.
That's right.
Am I missing anything?
And Pieces of Alice.
And Pieces of Alice.
That I just started. Oh, and then I'd also do this segment every now and then. I go out and talk to small business owners, even entertainers sometimes, but mostly small business, called Just Me Magazine, out and about town.
That's a lot.
It is.
And how do you do the time management for this?
I actually figure out what I'm gonna do. Like, I don't do out and about town all the time, but if it's somebody I want to go and see, then I make time to go and do it. I put it in a schedule. I keep my appointment book with me everywhere I go. Everywhere.
She pulled it out.
That's my Bible.
Purse. Oh my goodness.
This stays with me everywhere I go. So I work late at night because I'm still working a full-time job, which is 10 hours a day within itself. So I would spend all day, my off days, doing interviews, talking on the phone, trying to get out there to talk to some of these people. Like, we have 2 events coming up, so I have to get out there and do that. I'm busy, and I probably don't get to bed till about 2 or 3 o'clock in the morning.
Wow.
Yeah.
For people that want to watch your YouTube series, how do they subscribe to your channel? Oh,
just go to YouTube and you want to look for Pieces of Alice. That's it. Pieces of Alice. If you can't find it, you can go to ChicagoGirlfriends.com and page there says Pieces of Alice, and it'll link you right there.
Now, it seems like 2016 just started, but we're now at the end of August, basically.
Basically, yeah. So much has happened this year.
What is the vision for the Alice Boswell brand for 2017?
Okay, the vision is that I will be in 5 years for Just Me magazine come August of next year. So I'm right now, actually, I'm over 180,000 people that have visited the magazine. My goal is to get to 500,000. So
for the 5-year anniversary, 500,000 to view the magazine.
Yes.
Keep on, because I know that's not all.
That is not it. I want to build my YouTube channel up, which is Just Me Magazine and Pieces of Alice. I want to brand more into Chicago Girlfriends or CGF Entertainment Radio. And I want to travel more. So I actually have a great opportunity. Someone works for the airline. They're going to put me on their fly list. So I can fly for free. I have to do the standby, but it's better than paying for it.
And when you're out in other areas, are you going to interview other people?
I will. That
will be a part of the small business and entrepreneurs.
Actually, I went to Dallas this year. First time I went to Dallas, and I went to a play out there called Memphis. The play was actually awesome. It was the most awesome play. The people, they've seen the studio. It's called Theater 3. And the studio is very small, and it's in a circle. So when you walk in, you're like, how in the world are they going to pull this off? But they did. Nobody bumped into each other. It was professionally done. The singing was awesome. The acting was top notch. And if anybody know about Memphis, Memphis is one of those plays. It's a Tony winning the play. So it's a great play. They did an awesome job out there. I was actually invited back out to see another play, which I'm going to wait until November and go down in November.
And are you able to interview the cast? And
yes.
Okay.
Yes, they have a press night there, so I will be there for press night.
Representing
Intellectual Radio, which Earl knows I do it all the time. So.
All right. So next year we're looking at more Pieces of Alice.
More Pieces of Alice.
More
Just Me magazine.
Around town.
Oh, yeah, Just Me magazine out and about town.
Out and about town.
Yeah, and that's just basically blast. That's an email blast. Once I get through, I edit it and I blast it out on social media. And
500,000.
Or 1 million. I really want to get to 1 million by my 5th anniversary. That would be a great 5th anniversary.
1 million. Yeah,
1 million viewers to that magazine. By that time, I should have the subscription base loaded up. But I am on issue.com and jumag.com. So if you want to download it and print it out, you can take it with you. Yeah.
And now say it again, because we're looking at 1 million. That's a big goal, but it's not impossible.
It's not impossible.
How do you get the subscriptions coming in? What do people do?
You actually, if you just go to Just Me magazine, right at the top there on that first homepage, subscribe. What's going to say newsletter? Just sign email. Just send me your email, and then we'll take care of the rest from there.
2017 next year,
Yes.
how long before Chicago Girlfriends is airing somewhere, be it on TV, for those that don't know, that's cable access network, or on a different type of cable channel?
Well, actually, I am working. Well, I talked to Can TV already, so they're saying that I can submit my show there. I just got to get. It's once again it becomes cost because I have to get cameras to have there has to be a clear feed. We have to have, we have mics here. This mics is for intellect radio. I have to have mics on the young lady.
The wireless.
The wireless mics so we can have clear sound. 'Cause I tried to do it with my phone. It's just not gonna work, and I'm learning shoddy work because it's just gonna look bad. But yeah, look for it. And it's going to happen. Comcast. I'm a producer over at Comcast Public Access Television, so I'm gonna submit there. I'm gonna submit to Can TV. Next year, we have been put in charge of, because we want to do the Bug Billigan Parade. So we're going to be put in charge, going to get the whole talent here at Intellectual Radio so we can get our own float and get out there and do it. Let people know that we are here. I love this place right here.
All right.
And then it's just not me, what I thought about, not just Chicago, it's Chicago Girlfriends, but what if we just did the show and blasted and each take small segments of each show and blast out there and let everybody see what we're doing here.
That would be phenomenal.
It would be. It would be.
All right.
I think big. I don't think small.
And who should? No one. That's just my opinion, though.
Yeah,
well,
right.
Thank you so much, Miss Alice, for being a guest on the Straight No Chaser show.
Thank you
on
for having
Intellectual
me.
Radio. And we're going to see 1 million subscribers next year.
We are going to see 1 million subscribers by my anniversary. I'm starting now to plan big for that party. So
you heard it first
here
on the Straight No Chaser show.
Yeah.
And with that, we are off the air. So I will see you next week. We have a very serious topic, which is health related. So I want everyone to be sure, because Gina Lamar, who is the host of Monday Night Mingle, will be on my show next week, because we have to talk about some health issues in our community that are causing a lot of disruptions. So I'll see you next week, everyone. Dedicate yourselves to the truth, no matter the cost. This is Rhea Ray Harris signing off. Peace and blessings in the name of Jesus. Everyone be easy tonight.
With no chaser, Rhea gives the people a voice, empowers you with a choice. She gives you straight talk, no chaser. Straight talk with no chaser. Straight talk with no chaser. Straight talk with no chaser. She provides a platform of growth and gives the dying people hope. She gives you straight talk, no chaser. Straight talk with no chaser. Straight talk with no chaser. Straight talk with no chaser.